The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello and welcome. This is Dean Manheimer, and it is my privilege, my pleasure to share with you what I call the DubLi story. Now, a couple of things before I begin. It is my expectation, my understanding, that those of you that have been invited onto the presentation have been given a tour of what we call DubLi.com. If for some reason you've not been given that tour, in other words, you've not had the opportunity to see what DubLi offers the consumer, please get back to who invited you on this presentation and ask them to give you that tour, ask them to give you that information as it relates to the retail side of our business, which we call DubLi.com. That's the underpinning to our business. It's very important that you really understand the significance of what that is to the consumer. Number two, please make notes on anything that you don't understand, anything that perhaps you need a little clarification on, and do get back to who invited you on the presentation and make sure that they get those questions answered for you. So what I want to do tonight is I'm going to share with you a little bit of information regarding the history of DubLi. We'll talk a little bit about the management team that guides it, the management team that runs it. We'll talk about a general overview. I'm not going to go into great detail on the offering to the public. And then we will talk a little bit about what's in it for you. In other words, the financial side of the business for those of us that have chosen to engage in the business. Now, again, I will go through the highlights of that. We do a very specific, very in-depth training on the income side of our business. But for the purpose of the tonight, it is to give you a general overview of the business model. So with that, let us begin. And I want to kind of make a comment that if you're going to get involved in a business, you want to be involved in a business where there's growth taking place in the industry that you're affiliated with or going to be affiliated with. And we're affiliated with what is called e-commerce. And as dynamic as that growth is today, it hasn't even begun. You know, everything that used to be happening in what we refer to as the brick and mortar world is now moving into the virtual world. And that is e-commerce. So you can see here, if you look at the figures on this chart, it was put together by eMarketer, and it shows you the numbers from 2013 through 2000, forecasted at the back end of 2017, that there's a growth of a doubling of actually of about $1.2 trillion to a little over $2.3 trillion. And so you can see there's significant growth that's already taking place. But as I mentioned earlier, it is just the beginning, literally just the beginning. So you're in a commerce business, or you're in a business where you have an opportunity to take advantage of what's going to be happening within the industry shortly. Now, when I get to the retail part of the business, and I give you that general overview, we'll talk about what we have today in terms of the foundation, and that is the online shopping and the billions of products that are there, and all of the availability to the consumer that makes it so valuable, makes it so strong, and the reason that this business model is the future for everybody. The one thing to keep in mind is when you look at the DubLi business model, you're looking at two components. It is basically a function of the business side, which we call DubLi Network, and the retail site for the customers, which is DubLi.com. And it all happens online, and it's done on a global shopping basis, meaning it's around the world. And we're going to talk about that here in a moment. But what I want you to understand, first of all, is a little bit of information regarding the company. Number one, they are a publicly traded company. And as such, you have the ability to go online and look at any information, any details, any facts that you want to do on your own to make sure that you've got everything that you need to feel comfortable about this business. A couple of real quick high points about it. Number one, they were founded in 2003. We're now 2017. So here you're talking about, a business that's 14 years old. They've gone through what we call the good, the bad, and the ugly. There is good, there is bad, there is ugly, and that's just the nature of business. That's nothing new, that's nothing special. But what is special is that the company has gone through all of that, survived it, and is still here today, still growing and expanding on a global basis. As a publicly traded company, their headquarters is in Boca Raton, Florida. They do have a headquarters in Dubai. And they also have an operational headquarters in Berlin. They've got 7 regional offices around the world. So if you're looking at a business, any business, There's certain components that you want to know so that you can feel comfortable about investing your time and energy. One of them is the company. So here's some very dynamic information, very strong. Most companies don't survive their first 3 to 5 years, and here's a company that has gone well past that. So you can feel very good about the company. The second pillar, when you look at a business, is the management, the people behind it. And as I mentioned, DubLi is a publicly traded company, and as such, they have a board of directors, and then they have the operations people. And the operations people are the ones that are responsible for running of the business on a day-to-day basis, while the board of directors is responsible for the guiding of the company. Now, I'm not going to go in detail on all of these individuals because you have that opportunity to do that. You can go online, you can look at their financials, you can look at who's running it, and have the information that you need. What I will tell you is this: the management team that they put together, everybody from Mitch Hill to Peter Harris and Jay Conley LaBelle, these are all people that have incredible backgrounds, very successful people. These are past presidents, these are past CEOs of companies. They understand what it means to really run a good business, be successful, and guide it. Michael Hansen is the founder of DubLi, is what we refer to as the creator of the brainchild. And he's obviously also on the board of directors, but he's also the founder and CEO. And then the operations side, the company spent many years searching for the right people to put them in their respective positions to make sure that they got the right people in place to do that. And again, they've taken many, many years to find that. And so what I'd like you to take away from this is this: the company has been very methodical and taken the time required. And if for some reason they had somebody in a position that wasn't the right selection, they move forwards to make the hard decisions, and they would replace that individual to get the right people in place. So they've got a great team in place to guide the company. They have a great team in place to help run the company. So that's the second thing to look at. Now, the third is the offering to the public. This is DubLi.com. And to me, this is the most important piece to the entire pie, if you will. And the thing that I want you to understand about it is this: DubLi's position isn't to convince you to buy our product because it's a new formulation, it's cheaper, stronger, taller, faster, whatever the sales pitch is out there today on products. What DubLi says to a customer is this: you're already shopping online, and if you're not, you should. So if you haven't done that, we'd like you to shop online, but we don't want you to change anything. In other words, buy from the stores that you trust, buy the brands you trust, buy the products you believe in and you trust. Try it through us. See if we can help you get it at a better price, a convenient way, buy an experience that you'll enjoy. And oh, by the way, we will pay you cash back on the best deal, best price delivered to your home that you can't get going direct, doing exactly the same thing. Now, folks, I got to tell you, that is a remarkable offering to the customer. If they know they're going to, the worst case scenario, they're going to buy the product at the same price they're going to buy it if they walked into the store or went online to the store, and then they get paid cash back on top of it. There's an old saying that's called a no-brainer, and it's all the major brands, all the stores that they trust. It's over 12,000 plus brands. They show here it's over 1 billion products, but the coupons, the specials, the deals that are put together by the companies for DubLi. Here's the other thing that's interesting: the more that the customer uses their own site, this is what they call a site that becomes more and more in tune to what a customer wants. And so it becomes personalized to each customer. It's in multiple languages, multiple currencies. The emails and the newsletters over time will become personalized to the likes and dislikes of the individuals. And they have a referral program because customers, when they come across something that's exciting, they come across something that they believe it's of value, then they want to tell an aunt, an uncle, a brother, a sister, a friend, whatever it is, so that they have the same opportunity. And the reality is this: it is so simple. They register for free. They pick the stores they're going to shop at. They go shop and they earn the cash back on the best deal, best price delivered to their home. Now, DubLi has 3 different kinds of customer opportunities available. 2 of them are free, and the VIP has a price attached to it that I'm going to show you here in a second. But everything I've talked to you about, the offerings, the savings, the stores, what we call our basic customer has access to all of that. Now, the premier customer, which is also free, is a customer that DubLi employs what is called gamification. And almost everybody out there today has some form of that. And I'll give you a real quick example. Gamification, in my case, would be applied to Starbucks coffee. I happen to love Starbucks coffee, and I have their card. So I go in, I shop Starbucks, I buy my coffee every day, I do whatever I'm going to do. I get points that are, or stars that are awarded to me, and I get so many stars, I get a free drink, or I get this, or I get that. That's called gamification. And so DubLi has gamification built into theirs as well for their customers, and you get boost points. You get boost points when you recommend a product, when you forward something to an individual. There's lots of different ways to earn boost points. Very simple, very easy, and it's a lot of fun. And so when they accumulate a certain number of boost points, they're automatically moved from a basic to premier customer, and they will have the ability to earn up to double the cash back on the same products they're going to buy anyway. So it's an amazing offering. And then the VIP is $99 a year for the customer. It's very similar to what I call Amazon's Prime customers. $99 a year, they get all of the benefits of a prayer, all the benefits of a basic. There are some special deals only available to the VIP customers from the stores, from the vendors, that are giving them special savings, exclusive deals. They have access to literally anything and everything that is available to all of the customers. It doesn't matter if they're registered with a given customer and they get special discounts, coupons, whatever, they get all of that. It doesn't matter whose credit card they use. They get, if it's cash back, frequent flyer miles, they get all of that as well. But as a VIP customer, they're going to get all of those benefits. They get an extra 2% on top of every single dollar they spend across the board, regardless of wherever it is. And they have all the exclusives that are made available only to the VIP customers. And the DubLi branded MasterCard that you can use offline, by the way, is also made available to the VIP customers for free. Then all you do is you can use PayPal, you can use the DubLi branded MasterCard, you can send it to your own bank account, you can use all types of systems, simple, easy. Bitcoin is even available to customers so that they can take that cash back, use it online or use it offline. It's simple and up to the customer on how they want to do that. Here's the other thing too. Customers have already been using this for a while, and already the stories and the feedback that customers are giving is incredible on the excitement for the cash back they've earned. Anywhere from, and in these examples here, they're talking about $800, $1,000, $2,000. Even if you look at the $800, who wouldn't trade $800 cash back a year for $99 a year? We do that all day long, every day. But it is exciting. It is fun. It's obviously beneficial, financially beneficial to the customers, but it saves them time, saves them money, and it's a great experience for the customer. Now that's the foundation, folks. That's the base. That is what the customers experience today. Now, what I'd like to do is I want to show you the business side of what's available. And it's going to allow you to get kind of a general overview on what DubLi offers you on the business side. Now, when we talk about the financials, DubLi has created a method by which there are 8 different ways to be able to earn. Again, I'm going to give you an overview, a general overview. When you've engaged in the business, we have trainings that we do in each of the pieces of our business model to make sure that you're well grounded in it. This is just to help you get kind of a feel for the potential that is engaged that you'll have it when you engage with DubLi. And here's how you engage. There's basically 2 different methods. One is there's a business license. It's $99. We all pay that. We all have to pay that as we engage in the business. It's a one-time fee, and then there's a $39 a year renewal, and that keeps us in good stead with the company. It also keeps the company in good stead with any regulatory agency. One of the packages that DubLi has made available is what we call our team member package. It's $495. It includes 6 of the VIP memberships. Now, as I mentioned a moment ago, the VIP membership is $99. So basically what we're saying is there's $600 per product. Now, you'll keep one of them for yourself because you want to be your own VIP customer. You want the same benefits all VIP customers get, the cash back, everything else that goes along with it. But here's a case where you can actually double dip, because not only do you get all of that as a customer, but you're going to be paid on your own shop and your own experiences that most people would not experience, because you have that advantage. Then once you've sold off the other 5, and DubLi will help you do that, because as your customers engage, if they upgrade themselves to VIP membership, DubLi will sell it to them on your behalf, collect the money, and give it to you. So that's $500 back, and basically your business would be for free. All you paid was your membership or your business license. Now, the second way to engage is what we call our Partner Program Accelerator Package. We abbreviated it the PPA package. Now, this is designed specifically for a couple of kinds of people. Number one, it's designed for people that have already been successful in life. They've moved quick, they've run businesses, they've made good money, they know how to take care of customers, they know how to take care of employees, and those types of things. They know how to lead, and they're also the kind of individuals that say, "I get it, I understand it, I see the value, but I want to move quick. I don't want to leave any money on the table. I want to make as much as I can, as quick as I can." Okay, this package would be for them. The other package is for those individuals that want to market what we call the partner programs. Now, everything I've just showed you in terms of DubLi.com is available to both profit companies and nonprofit companies branded with their logo. Instead of DubLi, it'll be their logo. And I'm going to show you what that looks like here in a little bit. And that's for people that have that experience and understand what's there. They'll select this package as well. Now, here's the thing about the package. It's $2,475. It includes the $99 registration, so you don't have to pay that separately. It includes 30 of the VIP memberships, so that's basically $3,000 worth of product, $2,970. So you'll keep one, sell the other 29 off, and you've got more than your money back. It's call it $2,900, and you spent $2,475 to buy it. It also includes the certification training for the partner program itself for those that want to market it. It's included in here. It's $1,000, $999. Even if somebody selected the original package I showed you, the team member package for $495 plus the $99, and then decided they wanted to market partner programs, they'd still have to then spend the $999 to do that. Well, that's included in this. There's no additional cost. It also gives you access to the customer landing pages for those that want to do some online marketing as well. Those of us who use them, it's $399 a year to have access to it. It's included. It gives you some discounts on the partner program vouchers so you can earn more money. It doubles your original organization commissions from 5 to 10, and that's just getting started. But again, this is for people where this will fit their business plan. So it's up to you which is the best method, which is what you're looking for in terms of engaging in the business. So now the first source of income is through the personal customers. Customers we enroll and they refer and they refer and they refer. And you have the ability to earn between 20 and 30% on every commissionable dollar that is generated by that database of your customers and referred customers for however long it goes on. It's a very handsome way to build a very nice income just from a customer standpoint. And this is an example. And again, it's an example. It's not a guarantee of income. I just want you to get kind of a feel for it. This basically says that you've enrolled 100 customers. You pick the time frame, 6 months, a year, 2 years, whatever you want it to be. 80 of them are free and 20 are VIP customers. So it's the old 80-20 rule. And DubLi has learned historically that the free customers on average get about $150 cash back per year. Now, in today's world, it's going to be a lot more, but they're going to work with the smallest number they've seen historically so that we can do it realistically. So if you do some real quick math, you got 80 customers, $150 cash back is what we get paid on. And then it's at 30% commission, it's $3,600 you would earn. The 20 VIP customers, same cash back at $150. You do the math on it, it's $900, but you also get paid a 20% commission on the $99 VIP memberships. So that's $396. When you add it up, it's $4,896, just a little bit shy of $5,000. Again, this is just to give you a taste. This is residual, by the way, on an annual basis. You can change those numbers and make them look any way you want. You could say, well, what if I put in 500 customers, 1,000 customers? What if it's, instead of 80-20 rule, what if I can get half of them that become VIP customers? That's up to you. This is to give you an idea of the potential that's there. Now, let me also give you kind of a quick run through on how we build our business based on our ranks so that you will understand the income that I'm about to show you on the other pieces of this model. If somebody entered as a team member, in other words, they did the 99 plus the 495, they give them the title of team member. That's what TM stands for. And by the way, right here on the left are all the names of our business positions in our business. So you'd start as a team member. Now, when you build your business and you enroll 3 people that made the same selection you did to become a team member, so you've enrolled 3, you get promoted to what is called team leader, and that is what the TL stands for. Duplicate the process again as you go through the business building process. So you're going to help your 3 people so they can enroll their 3 people and get rank advanced as well. so that your team members become team leaders. Then you get promoted to what is called team coordinator, and that's what TC stands for. Excuse me. Now, if we take it one step further, and you help your three people who are now team leaders help their three people, so you got 3, 9, and so you're going to help the 9 enroll their 3 for 27 more. You become a sales director. That's what SD stands for. And your 3 people you enroll become team coordinators. In a perfect world, which we do not live in, if you were to graph it out and you go 3, 9, 27 for a total of 39 people, you could make sales director. Realistically, most people have anywhere from 50 to 300 people in their business because it just grows organically. But it just gives you an idea of how this works. Now, the top 2 positions in our business are vice president and senior vice president. Now, this is where it changes a little bit. You need to have 5 sales teams. Someplace needs sales team needs to be an individual with the rank of sales director. You don't have to personally enroll them. You just need one each sales team. You're promoted to vice president. Same basic structure for the top position, which is senior vice president. You're going to have 1 vice president in each one of those sales teams. You're promoted senior vice president, which is the top position in our business. Now, the way that the compensation will work on this, and by the way, so that I don't forget, there's also, because we are a customer acquisition business, there are minimal customer point requirements for all of our people. Team members is 3, team leaders is 5, team coordinators is 10, sales directors 15, vice presidents 20, and the senior vice presidents are 25. Realistically, folks, those are ridiculously small numbers. All of us in the business literally want hundreds, if not thousands, of customers personally enrolled. We don't have to personally enroll them; they can be referred and referred and referred. But this is just to give you an idea that this is part of our business as we put it together. Here's what I wanted to show you in terms of the income, just so you get an idea. DubLi has allocated 5% to all of the positions, with the exception of senior vice president. So your team member earns 5% on all of the people they personally enrolled in their customers. Team leaders pick up 5% for a total of 10. Team coordinators pick up another 5% for a total of 15. Sales directors pick up 5 for 20. Vice presidents pick up 5 for 25. And the senior vice presidents pick up 2.5% for 27.5%. Now, this is what DubLi pays out on the organizational commissions generated. And the compensation plan is what I call a differential, meaning this. Let's say you're a sales director and you're entitled to 20%. One of your sales teams has a team coordinator that's entitled to 15%. The differential is 5%. You get paid 5% on that entire sales team all the way to the bottom. If you're a sales director at 20%, one of your sales teams is a team leader, it's 10% from your 20%. Total is 10, difference is 10, all the way to the bottom. So you get kind of a feel. It's the differential between what you're entitled to at your rank and what the highest ranking individual one of your sales team is entitled to in their rank. Now, as you build your business, there will come a point where you'll have equal ranked people in your business. And starting at the team coordinator level, when that happens, you will earn a 2% what we call generation override in that entire sales team. So in other words, the entire team coordinator organization at the bottom, you're going to earn 2% on every commissionable dollar. Sales directors, when that happens, will have 2 generations, 2% on the first generation, 1% on the second. Vice presidents will pick up 3 generations, 2 and 1. And the senior vice presidents will pick up 2 generations, 1.5 and 1. Now, I don't want you to get confused by what you perceive to see small percentages. We don't take percentages to the bank, folks. We take dollars and cents. And we're talking about some incredibly strong income. And you're going to see here in a moment how that works. Now, this is to give you, again, an idea. This is a snapshot. It's not a guarantee. So I don't want you to get confused on this. This basically says you have an organization of 100 business associates. Pick the time frame, 6 months, year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever it is, just 100 business associates. And they have a total of 30 customers each. Not the 100 that I showed you earlier, just 30. 20 of them are free, 10 are VIPs. Here's the same math we just did. So here's the customers, the free customers for the organization and the VIPs. Here's the $99 VIP membership. Here's the earnings. And the earnings, by the way, is based on 10%. Now, you'll have some organizations where you earn 5. You'll have others where you earn 20 or 15, but we're going to use an average of 10. So you're going to earn $9,900 on that. Here's the same $150 we showed earlier. Here's the math extension on that at the 30%. And then here's the totals. So this says in a small organization of 100 business associates that have 30 customers, 20 are free, 10 are VIPs, residual income you will earn just a little bit under $55,000 a year. That's it. Now, as you build your business over time, let's say you built an organization that had 1,000 people in it, 1,000 business associates. Same math, same numbers, it's over $500,000. Again, only for you to understand the potential of what this represents in terms of this business model with DubLi. Now, let's talk about the fast start side. This is the money you can make very quickly getting your business started. Now, we have what is called commissionable sales volume, CSV. Somebody comes in and selects the $495 package, the CSV, the commissionable sales volume is $450. And that's the commission that we'd be paid on. The PPA package, which is $2,475, that's $2,250. So if you personally enroll them, you get 10% right off the top. So on a team member package, you're going to get $45. On the PPA package, you're going to get $225. If you're making notes, here's what I want you to do. First fast start income, 10%. Just write down 10%. Then they take the full value and also apply it to what we call a binary. A binary means this. You got two teams, a right team and a left team. You can personally enroll 10 people, 20 people, 30 people, but for the sake of what we call your fast start income, part of them will be on the left team, part of them will be on your right team, even though you personally enrolled them, and you pick and choose where they go. The thing I want you to understand here, this is another 10%. So you got 10% on the right off the top enrollment. Here's a 10% on the cycle bonus, and it will cap out at $25,000 per week. Now, if you hit the top ranks in terms of the senior VPs, it could cap out at $50,000 a week. And I think we could live. Most of us could live okay on 25 or 50. But DubLi is also taking it a step further, and they're going to reward performance. So they're going to pay you 10% on all your personally enrolled on their binary income across the board. So if anybody you enroll, let's say their binary check is $50, yours is $500, yours is $50. If there's $1,000, yours is $100. You can sponsor as many people as you want. And then they're going to pay you a generation override on that as well. And the first generation based on rank is 10%. And you can see here, it starts at the team leader level. And it goes all the way up to senior vice president, it's all 10%. Now, as you move through the ranks, again, you will have equal rank people. And so at the team coordinator level, you pick up two generations. And again, remember, these are generations, not levels. Not levels. That you could be paid, a team leader could be paid on 10 or 15 or 20 people before they hit the first team leader. So team coordinators pick up two generations, 10 apiece. Sales directors, 3 generations. First two are 10 and then 5. Vice presidents, senior vice presidents pick up 4 generations, 2 10s and 2 5s. Only thing I want you to remember about this is you're talking about some very, very significant income for somebody that is building a business. Remember, it doesn't matter how much money you can make if nobody's working. If you're working, you're putting your effort into it, you're building your business, you're going to earn some incredibly strong money. DubLi is also going to make sure you've got all the tools. They're going to have, whether it's online, offline marketing, camera-ready artwork, first-class material to make sure you have what you need. The DubLi Academy is going to ensure that you're being trained well to run a business. You're going to be trained well to run your DubLi business, and you're going to be trained well to learn different aspects of the business based on what you want. DubLi is already starting to move quickly. You're starting to hear all types of things on Fox News and CBS and on radio and television. So again, the exposure is out there for people, and they're going to be hearing about DubLi, and that's going to make it very, very simple. I didn't say easy, very, very simple for you to start telling the DubLi story. And then the other thing I want to talk a little bit about is the BSP rewards. This is the partner program. And as I mentioned before, it is identical to the DubLi.com and the value that I showed you there, but instead of DubLi's logo, their logo goes where DubLi's would normally be. Whether it's United Way, it could be a church, it could be a school, it could be the Cancer Society, whatever it is, profit, nonprofit, and it's their way to be able to earn a 30% revenue stream on every commissionable dollar generated by their database and referred database, not by trying to sell them anything, but by bringing them value, bringing them savings, helping them have a great experience in a buying experience delivered to their home, and they going to get cash back on top of it. So this is an incredible way for a company either to put dollars and cents on the bottom line and or the ability for a nonprofit to have additional funds for their ministry, for their outreach, whatever it is. Here again is an example. Please understand, just an example. And this says this is a partner that has a database that's enrolled of 10,000 customers. Now, many of them out there, especially some of the nonprofits, have hundreds of thousands, millions in their database. So we're just saying, here's a small one, 10,000 customers, 80-20 rule again. So 80% of them are free, 20% are VIPs. Here's the math. 8,000 free, 2,000 VIP. Here's the same $99 membership. Here's the earnings at 30%. Here's the same $150 savings. Here's the math extension based on the numbers. And then the number right next to it, right here is your totals, so that you can see what the capability is for a partner with a small database over $500,000. Now, the business associate that marketed this partner program, the minimum that they can earn based on the rank, because there are some requirements to be able to do this, is 10%. So they're going to earn almost $170,000 on that same money. So you can see how powerful this can be financially for both partners as well as for business associates, those of us who've chosen to engage in the business. So the decision really is this: which is the best for you? Is it the team member package, the $99 plus the $495, or is it the PPA package for $2,475? It's not for us to tell you. You select what best fits your business plan. That's what you need to do. And then let me kind of recap it this way. I have a little bit of an advantage in that part of my training and education and background was out of the retail world. I was around when Walmart came on the scene. Originally, they were out in the rural area, then they moved to the city, and they became what we call that 800-pound gorilla, and they dominated the retail market, or at least they did for a while in the brick and mortar world. DubLi has taken this to a new level. They're now going online, and they're doing it globally, and they're doing it seamlessly, and they're going to cover all aspects, not just shopping. It's going to be travel. It's going to be the world's largest online community, transactionally driven. So what that means is it doesn't matter if you're talking about pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, dollars. When you have millions of transactions being generated, it's going to generate an income stream for you that is unprecedented. Just like the banks that issue the credit cards and make billions of dollars on transaction fees, the same situation is going to apply. DubLi is going to set a standard that is unseen before, and you have an opportunity to engage in this. This is why I always say it is a privilege, it is a pleasure for me to share the DubLi story. What I encourage you to do is this: if you have questions, please get back to invited you on the presentation. Get your questions answered. If you've not had a tour, make sure you get the tour so you really see the value. But I would implore you, do not let this opportunity get by you. Do what you need to do to get your due diligence done. Feel comfortable about the model, engage, and be one of those that at some point in time here in the very near future, you're going to be able to do whatever you want to do without ever asking the time, ever having to ask the question, do I have the time? Or do I have the money? Again, my name is Dean Manheimer. It is a privilege. It is a pleasure to share with you what I call the DubLi story. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful